Okay, so today we're going to talk about dividing decimals with a decimal. So we've talked about dividing decimals for a week now, but one thing that you have to know is what to do when you see this. Okay, and if we were to take the SOL this year, you're only going to see one question about this. The benchmark you're going to take next week, you'll probably have one question, maybe two. But it's not that hard. It's super easy. But I just wanted you guys to see it and know how to fix it if you do see it. So go on and get some paper, make these notes. If I write, you write. And when you're finished, just hold on to them and then make sure to keep them in your binder, okay, under math. So we are going to do a first problem together. I'm only going to do it the regular way. I'm not going to do the box way, but I will do both down here, okay, when we get to the next problems, okay? So let me get I got it. So the first thing you want to do is take this decimal and you're going to move it, all right? You're going to move this decimal to the right side, which makes it then a whole number. Well, if you move this decimal, guys, you've got to move this decimal. So move this one because it's going to be too hard. What do we do with all those decimals if we don't get rid of one of them? So we have to get rid of this decimal to make it easier to divide. So however many spaces you have, you need to move the decimal to get rid of that decimal. So luckily we only have to move it once, but whatever you do to the divisor, this side, you have to do to this side. So I'm going to take this decimal and I only have to move it once. And then once you move it, you're just going to move it up like you normally do, and then rewrite your problem and you're ready to go. Okay? And then that's a really simple division problem because 8 divided into 24, it's just 3. That's a simple multiplication fact. Okay? So what you're going to do, I'm going to write out the steps so you have them. You're going to move the decimal however many times to get the decimal on the right hand side. Okay, so you're going to move the decimal however many times to get the decimal on the right hand side. Then you have to, this side's going to be jealous if you don't do the exact same thing to it. So these numbers can just be so catty. So you've got to do it. What you do to this, you got to do that. So you're going to move this decimal the same amount of times. And then always rewrite your division problem. So that way, I mean, that's confusing when you look at that to try to divide. So always, once you've moved your decimal, once you move the decimal or decimals, rewrite your problem. Okay? All right. So now let's try something. Let's get it different. I've been using those same colors. All right. So let's try this one. 4/10 into 1 28/100. Okay, well, I don't want to divide this with that 4/10. So I want to move. I don't know why this thing is flickering like that. You want to move the decimal. So I'm going to move it on this side. What I did to this side, I have to do to that side. So I'm just going to pick up this decimal and I'm going to move it one time. I'm going to rewrite my problem to now reflect where my decimals are. So I'm going to put my 4, and then I'm going to put my 1, 2, and then my 8. So now I have shown that my decimal has moved on this side, and then my decimal moved once on this side. So now I'm ready to divide. So let's just divide it out. So I'm going to put my decimal up here, and I'm just going to rewrite the problems. So because I'll do it both ways. I moved my decimal. Now I'm going to say 4 will go into 12 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. That is 0. I bring down my 8. 4 goes into 8. 2 times 4 is 8. And that is 0. Okay? And if I was doing the box way, same thing. I bring my decimal up. 4 will not go into 1. That would be 0. Bring up my 1. 4 will go into 12. 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. That is 0. And then 4 will go into 8. 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. And I don't have a remainder, so I don't have to add a 0. I'm done, right? All right, let's move on. Let's just do two more problems. And then we'll move on. Again, I just wanted you to see. All you have to do is shift the decimals, and then you're done. All right, so let's try 9 and 3 and 96 hundredths. Okay, so I definitely don't want to divide with that. So I'm with the 9/10. So I'm going to move that decimal till it's on the right-hand side. And then I've got to move this decimal over. Okay, so my new problem looks like this. Okay, I'm good to go. I'm ready. And let's just bring up that decimal. 9 cannot go into 3, but 9 can go into 39 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. And that is 3. I bring down my 6. 9 can go into 36 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. I do not have a number left, so I don't have to worry about putting a 0. I am finite on that. But let's do it in the box. Okay, bring up that decimal. 9 goes into 3 no times, and I subtract that, bring that up. 9 goes into 39 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. I subtract, and that's a 3. 9 goes into 36 4 times. 4 times 9 is 36. And you're done. Okay, so just remember to move the decimal to get rid of it on the divisor side. That's the divisor. All right, let's do our last one. Okay, so I want to move. So I've got 2 spots to move this decimal, but it's not a big deal because I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to move it 2 spots. Pick it up, move it 2 spots. My new number looks like that. And you're done. Okay, so let's work it out down here. Bring out my decimal. 3 will go into 5 one time. 1 times 3 is 3, and that is 2. Bring down my 4. 3 will go into 24. 8 times 3 is 24, and that is 0. And again, I have 0. If I had a number here, you would just add a 0 and bring it down. Okay. All right, so let's make our box real quick. Three will go into 5 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. That is 2. I bring up my decimal or my number. 3 will go into 24 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24. All right, y'all. If you have any questions, please reach out to me and make sure to put these in your binder. Bye.